All right, everyone. Welcome to our market overview. Sa mga hindi pa po nakakaalam, what we do here is we look at the index as well as the other sectoral indices to help us paint a bigger picture point of view sa kung ano po yung nangyayari sa market. Also, ginagamit ko rin po to as possible confluence for trade ideas I might have. So kunwari, meron akong tinitingnan that falls under a specific sector, pwede pong magamit as confluence or added conviction yung mga ganitong sectoral indices or index to help with the trade idea. Okay? So since marami po tayong pag-uusapan, wala na po tayong paligoy-ligoy pa, let's get straight to it, no? Magsimula po tayo sa PSEI. Now, as always, we'll start off with the weekly chart, and as you may have observed, I adjusted my levels a little bit, no, dahil sa nangyari. Now, we were forming support dito, diba? And what we said was we didn't want price trading back beneath it. Unfortunately, it did, no? It broke in this candle. We came all the way back. Binalikan natin beneath yung 6-7 na tinitingnan natin before, pero nag-bounce siya agad, lumaban. Tapos, this week, ang nangyari lang is nagkaroon tayo ng candle that traded within the range of this previous candle and above itong 6-9 na support from before. Now, is that a good thing? Yes, kasi syempre, importante na nakikita natin na lumalaban yung index, no? Pero, as you can see, as we continue to drill down, it's not exactly all peaches and roses along the way. Okay? Hindi pa siya perfect, hindi pa siya ideal. Okay? Ano pa yung pwede nating mag-glean dito sa weekly chart ng PSEI? First, we are still trading beneath tong small range na to. So, hopefully, sooner rather than later, just basing purely on this bago pa tayo bumaba, we want to see 7.2 reclaimed. Kapag ma-reclaim natin yung 7.2, then baka gumanda ng konti itsura nito and we can start pushing back to yung high na na-form dito sa 7.552. However, if from here, hindi kinaya, we break beneath 6.9 once again, then we might come back and tag itong 6.638 based dito sa weekly chart. Now, baba po tayo sa daily para matignan natin ng mas mabuti. Now, as you can see sa daily, we actually did trade below yung 6.928, no? Nag-breakdown talaga siya. It's just that binalikan lang natin to the upside. Now, ano nangyari nung bumalik tayo? We came back up and binalikan natin yung support na nag-form dito sa 7.2. Diba? 7.179. We came back, we're testing it, tapos nag-roll over. Nung nag-roll over, binalikan natin tong 6,900 na area prior to bouncing again. So right now, we can honestly say that price is caught between a rock and a hard place. Hindi pa niya alam ano yung gusto niyang gawin. If we can reclaim tong 7.2, mas clear yung picture dito sa daily, then we could come back and trade within this range above between 7179.63 or as I said, 7.2 na lang para mas madali, no? To 7552.2 or 75 na lang para mas madali. So 7.2 to 7.5. We might fill this gap, then price might flounder about, then hopefully push higher from there. Pero let's say na hindi nangyari yon. Let's say na ito na yung high, then we roll over and break beneath tong 6.9 once again. So, based from that, makikita natin, ganun na naman. We could just push lower, balikan tong mga lows na to, or more likely, itong low na nag-form na umabot doon sa 6.6 na area. Kung balikan natin yan, then mangyayari is confirm na that we might likely trade within the range from 6.6 hanggang 6.9. Pero kung mabasag natin yung 6.6 along the way, then medyo dehado na talaga, we likely come back to 6.2. Now, how you view the market right now depends on how optimistic or pessimistic you are in general. Okay? Kasi para sa akin sa akin lang to. Essentially, binalikan lang natin tong range na to eh. So while I'm not exactly bullish, okay, kasi syempre wala pa naman talagang masasabi na, uy, super bullish na, tuloy-tuloy na yan. Hindi rin ako magiging outright bearish hanggang bumalik tayo beneath nitong 6.9. If we start trading beneath yung 6.9, then para sa akin, medyo alanganin na talaga and baka yun na yung, kumbaga, second salvo, second sign na we're heading to the downside. The first salvo was ito, yung nag-breakdown nga tayo sa candle na yan. So baka yun na yung second fire, second salvo, second whatever, showing na, okay, you know what, we're gonna push more to the downside. And if mangyari nga yun, then it might pay us to be patient and start waiting for things we like, equities we like at certain lower levels na napusuan natin from before. Okay? Now, next tignan po natin yung FINA, no? Now, tong FINA, as we said, price came back, formed support here. Then 2 weeks ago, we broke beneath tong area na to. And nasabi ko nga nun, kung mabasag natin altogether tong area of consolidation na to, medyo dehado na tayo. And we almost did. We almost did. Price came back, nag-doji tayo. Then we closed barely above tong area natin of 1675. In fact, I'm just being very technical here. Pero para sa akin, bigger picture, we never really closed above anything kasi area yan eh. Lagi namang viewed as an area ang isang level eh. Okay, so since we view it as an area, I want to see price reclaim it cleanly para masabi natin that we're trading above it once again. If we can reclaim this cleanly, come back, tag it, it holds, then we might come back to this range between 1675 hanggang 1771, no? And if mabasag natin tong 1771, then we might come back to trade within this range above hanggang 19. Okay? Pero let's say na hindi, nag-hold tong 1675. Baka ang mangyari is balikan lang natin tong previous range na to from 1511 hanggang 1675. Okay? Or perhaps baka mag-hold yung support dito sa 1556. Again, we view this as an area. This entirety, itong support na to as an area. So price might play about here as it decides what it wants to do moving forward. Kung altogether, mabasag tong 1511, then I think we come back to revisit either tong range na to or tong mga lows na naiwan from before. Next, silipin po natin tong prop, no? Now, tong prop, we tried to break above itong previous resistance level at 3450. It did kinda for 2 weeks, no? Diba? Parang tumaas tayo, came back, tried to break out. Tapos, last time we checked this, nag-breakdown na naman. Now, it tried to push lower, pero lumaban. No? Lumaban tayo. We pushed up. Bumalik tayo sa area of consolidation na to. Tapos, this week, nag-close tayo again, ranging within the previous candle. Walang follow-through yung paglaban na to. Now, dahil ganito yung itsura, same pa rin yung assessment natin from before. We want to see price trade firmly above tong 3450 para masabi natin na talagang lalaban na tayo sa range na to. Kasi so far, ayaw niya eh. Tataas siya, babalik niya. Tataas siya, babalik niya. Tapos tumuloy na. 'Di ba? So, if we can start trading firmly about 3450, then babalik tayo sa range from 3450 hanggang 3630, no? Pero let's say from here, we come back, kainin natin tong linaban na move na to, and we break beneath this low of 3,190, then highly likely we come back and tag yung support natin at 3,059. Pagka ganon, then likely trap na naman tayo dito sa range na to, walang nagbago. Pwede natin sabihin na ito is nag-overshoot lang. But at the end of the day, wala eh. Hindi talaga nag-hold eh. So babalik tayo dito sa range na to. And baka ma-stuck tayo doon for the foreseeable future. Lalo na kapag tuluyang pumangit yung index. Tignan naman po natin yung mini next, no? So yung mining, again, so nagkaroon tayo ng parabolic move up. Nagkaroon ng sell-off sa candle na to. Okay? That was when we last looked at it. Then again, in this candle, we pushed lower, a lot lower. We ate up about half of the move, then lumaban, and we push higher from there. Then this week's candle, we closed above last week's candle, which leads me to think na for the meantime at least, no, being conservative, we are gonna be stuck within this range muna. From 12,450 hanggang 13,590. If we can break above 13,590 again, then we might come back and tag yung mga highs na naiwan from before. Okay, but for now, I don't want to be uber optimistic and just think na hindi. Dahil na-break natin yung last week high, this is just gonna keep pushing higher. I don't know, no? I think it's likely na babalikan natin tong previous na resistance na to at 13,584. But beyond that, I don't want to preempt it too much. Ayoko pangunahan. Tignan na lang natin kung ano yung mangyayari kung sakali mang mabasag yon. Now, kung pabaliktad naman yung nangyari, let's say next week ang mangyari is bawiin niya tong move na to and we break beneath this week's low. So that's 12,100, no? Kung ma-break natin yung 12.1, then baka balikan natin ulit tong support level natin at around 11.4 all the way hanggang 10.9. Okay, again, I understand that's a big range, no? But wala, ganun talaga yung binibigay sa atin ng chart eh. Price came back and bounced off from that range eh. So, kung mabasag yung low natin this week, then hindi ako magugulat kung i-revisit natin tong area na to. If, however, magpatuloy tayo, diba, mag-hold tayo above nitong 12.4, then baka balikan natin at mag-trade tayo within this range here. Okay? For now, I'm a little bit bullish pa rin ng mining, no? But not as bullish as before, obviously, since ang laki rin nung na-undo na move eh. So, siguro more of sideways bullish muna hanggang ma-observe natin what happens further along the road. Next, tignan po natin yung holdings, no? So, yung holdings, essentially no change. We are still trapped within this range. Sumusunod lang siya sa PSEI. And same pa rin na we are still looking for this to come back and not just break above these highs sana, but to break cleanly above tong 7.6 para mag-open up tong range sa taas from 7.6 hanggang 8.2. Okay? Pero let's say hindi naman nag-hold tong 6.6 natin na area. We roll back down, test it from underneath, nauntog, roll over, break beneath tong low na to at 6,300. Then we might come back and tag yung support natin at 5,850. Okay? My view hasn't changed. It's still looking very much sideways. A little bit more bearish than bullish, but overall still sideways pa rin yung picture natin, ano? So wala tayong magagawa kung ganon, but just wait it out to see what it wants to do moving forward bago tayo makapag-react sa gusto ng market, no? And then tingnan naman natin ngayon yung INDU. Alright. So yung INDU, sabi nga natin, we broke beneath itong area of support na to in this candle when we last looked at it, diba? And as expected, it came back and almost tagged, diba? Almost tong support natin, sobrang lapit na. Okay. Then after that, again, nag-range na naman yung candle within the candle from last week. Very similar sa ibang mga sectoral indices, no? So from here, again, just because we break above tong this week's high, hindi pa rin ako bullish. I wanted to reclaim tong 10,065 na area para masabi natin na babalik tayo sa range na to between 10,065 hanggang 10,900. Okay? Kasi talagang nakita natin may structure, may break beneath, tapos tumuloy eh. Binalikan natin yung support eh. So it's possible na baka mag-form tayo ng parang head and shoulders pattern. Diba? Something like that. Head and shoulders pattern. Then from there, we see a sell-off, break beneath tong 8.9. Tas patuloy tayong magtulak pababa, revisiting these lows from before. Okay? Hindi naagulat kung sakali mang mangyari yon. So again, I want to see price trade firmly about tong 10,065 sana para maging mas bullish ulit yung itsura at mabalikan natin tong range na to from the previous one, no? So mabalikan natin tong bullish na area. So sana yun yung mangyari sooner rather than later. Pero kung sakali mang hindi, at least handa tayo sa mas negative na scenarios. And then finally, let's take a look at SERV, no? Now SERV, when we last looked at it, ang sabi natin, it tried to break beneath yung level of support natin but it still held above. The week after, it actually gapped down and pushed lower down into yung blue zone natin. Diba? Ang sabi natin nun is if bumaba to do sa blue zone, tapos magkaroon tayo ng bullish price action, it could be an interesting area para subukang bumili at least for a short-term move. Now, I wanted to show you this sa daily para lang patunayan din sa inyo how you can use itong ginagawa natin na market overview as confluence, no? As you can see, we push lower, then nag-close tayo ng bullish candle dito. So had you used this as a possible marker of confluence, you could have gotten an easy bounce trade sa loob ng mga pangalan na nasa sector na to. Diba? We came back, filled this gap here, broke beneath this, pero syempre gusto ko pa rin is ma-break niya tong structure high na to. Right? Now, balik tayo sa weekly kasi focus naman natin talaga sa ganito is bigger picture. Okay, so we broke back above etong 1,900 na previous support, no? I don't think it holds here. I think this is more a bounce rather than a full-blown na nag-strong pullback tas babawi tayo kaagad. But if we can keep holding above tong 1.9 na to, then of course, it heightens the chance na babalik tayo to trade within this range here, between 1.9 hanggang 2,000. Pero let's say next week, ang nangyari is bawiin niya yung 1.9 and then we start trading firmly beneath it, then that might be a sign na babalik tayo to this range below. Now, this blue zone is still important. Maaaring kung bumalik man dyan yung price, mag-hold pa din. But again, try to look for confirmation dun sa mga stocks na tinitignan nyo in confluence with this. Kasi syempre, hindi naman ito mismo yung tinatrade natin eh. Ginagamit lang natin to as added conviction sa mga trade ideas natin, di ba? So if bumalik siya dito, because it's the second time back, be sure na babantayan nyo ng mabuti kasi maaaring mag-react sandali, tas mabasag din lang, tas tuloy-tuloy na. Diba? Kung mabasag tong blue zone, as I mentioned before, I wouldn't be as bullish dito sa services sector. Baabalikan natin tong area of consolidation here or even this lower area there. And if we can break beneath 1.5, then medyo dehado na talaga tayo. Okay? So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung market overview natin. I hope nakatulong po to sa inyo kahit papaano, no? And if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!